Hello, and thank you for coming back again to the channel. My name is James Green, and this is my first installment for my vlog series. In these discussions, I'll just be talking about projects I have going on in my life, some events maybe that have happened in the past week. I'm going to try to do these every Monday, maybe twice a week later on. So far in my life, what has happened is I've started a YouTube channel again, the one that you are on now. And in this one, I'm taking a more relaxed approach versus some woodworking YouTube videos I did in the past that were very time consuming. To shoot a 6 to 8 minute video, you know, you're doing close to 2 hours to 4 hours worth of work, which is fine. It's just, it took a lot out of my day and I don't have that time anymore. So in this channel, you'll see a lot of tool reviews. You're going to see a lot of project updates. One of those we're going to talk about today. So before I get started, I want to ask you as the viewer, for me starting out, to leave any comments below for questions or ideas, tips, anything like that. Or if there's something that you see around that you want to know more about. I have a couple different places where I store my tools. I have my little shed here where I have most of everything that I own. Aside from my toolboxes, which are about to leave the house, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to do anything out of those. But it won't be impossible. I can still do it, just got to take time off from work. So if you see something around here that you're like, hey, I'm looking at that on Amazon, or hey, I've looked at that at my local Tractor Supply or Home Depot or Lowe's, and you want to know more about it, just leave it in the comment section below. I'll be glad to do a little quick review on it and my thoughts, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I want to talk a little bit more about some upcoming projects that I'm going to have in this 2017 year. 2 years ago, I actually started working on a 1949 Chevrolet 3100 half-ton pickup. It belongs to the family, and it's been in the family since it was new, from my understanding. If not, it was very close to being new. So it's been in the family for years. From my research on the vehicle, the only thing that stands out 100% that's not original is the motor. It's a 235 from a 1955 series line, and I'm not really upset about that. I wanted to try to keep the car as original, or the truck as original as possible, but I can still work with that. The valve covers are a little bit different on a 216 from a 235, especially in those year ranges. So that's going to be the biggest difference, but it's not going to be a sore thumb that sticks out at a car show like, hey, that's completely wrong. So in the process of restoring it, it's going to be very slow, so I'm going to have lots of videos spread out throughout the year, and the progress I get done, you'll see that. It's going to be slow. Main focuses right now are going to be the electrical system and the brake system. I'm currently in the process of rebuilding the carburetor, and I actually have it in pieces behind me, and I'll show you that in a later video. But what do you say we go look at it, and let's see what all we have to do to it. So like I said, it's a 1949 3100 series half-ton pickup. I do have the grill over here apart. I was doing some work on some metal over here, seeing what I got to do to replace it. So we'll open up the engine bay and we'll see what we got going on here. So after 20 something years of sitting, and the ice cream man's coming through. So after 20 years of sitting, I had to do a little bit of work to get it running. Of course, I fogged the cylinders, changed the spark plugs out, went ahead and put new rotor cap on it, put some new points in it, condenser, put a new coil on it, did a little bit of wiring work just so I could get it started. I'm going to do a little bit cleaner work on that later on. As you can see, I got a little stopper there going on where the carburetor is on the intake manifold. So there I stand with this. I actually have an idea of going with a Massey Ferguson gray on the engine block and a black on the valve covers, or vice versa. Let me know in the comments if you think that is a cool idea. I actually had to do a little bit of work to the shift box here. It is a 3-speed, 3 on the tree. Those get a little bit loose. There's a little bit of room for adjustment inside that, and then you just pack it full of grease and that takes up the rest of the slack. and it works pretty well now. As it sits, it does have a generator on it now, and I'm going to convert that over to a GM alternator. I actually had the bracket inside. From this angle, you can kind of see more of the condition it's in. The bed I've actually taken out. Somebody had a piece of 1/2-inch plywood over the original bed, and that just rotted through pretty much every corner on this bed. So I got a little bit of body work. I use that word lightly, little. So we'll do some of that later on. The interior is original gauges, as I can tell. I do have the horn button. It's actually inside the little shop I was just in. And I'm going to clean this up, put a fresh coat of paint on it, take the seat down to a upholstery shop, and we'll get it recovered. For the headliner, I'm probably going to do that myself. I'll show that in a video. It will be very much later on. I rebuilt the master cylinder, but I'm going to have to go through and replace some brake lines. So I don't know if I can show it from here. I actually have that brake line disconnected, and I got absolutely no fluid to it. So I got to trace that down and find that issue and repair it. Someone actually put some coil springs on this. This side, on the driver's side, actually fell out. I'm going to take that out, rework all the suspension later on. It does have the torque tube differential. It goes from that solid housing all the way up into the transmission up front. It's a neat design. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if I want to replace it. So yeah, that's the 49 Chevrolet pickup. It's kind of busy today. It is a holiday. So we got a couple of roofing companies going on. We had a hailstorm come back through probably a month ago or so. So there is some roofing damage around here. I suffered from that also. We'll show you. Got some leaks here, and then my junk's all over back up in there. I gotta go through that and clean up a little more, and it just runs back this way. So yeah, I got a little bit of work to do on my little work area here. So camera angles are gonna be weird because I'm gonna try to keep to using my iPhone on this as the vlog series progresses, just to keep them on my phone, upload them to Facebook also. So camera angles might be a little weird. Give you a little overview of the little shop area here. I got my workbench, built that myself. It's got a little slide out for my keyboard, mouse, and I also have a power outlet for my MacBook that I can work out of there too. It does have a little TV here. I'm using a little Android operating system, mini computer as they call it. It works pretty well. Well, that concludes the vlog for today. I'm gonna keep them kind of short, very quick. That's the 49 Chevrolet. Real quickly before I let you go, let me show you how the carburetor's coming out. So I have it painted in pieces, waiting on the kit to come in, and we'll put that back together. It should come out nice. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and share it on your social media to your friends, family, and co-workers. Hit that like button, subscribe, and check back in next week. We'll see where we're at there. Thank you again, and have a blessed day.